Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, and today we are taking a look at an old piece. I would even call it vintage, from Greenlight. It was from one of their first years. I think, as I mentioned in another video, I think Greenlight started in '07. This set is from '08, and it's a Kmart exclusive, a department store that we don't see anymore. Even on the bottom of the box here, Kmart exclusive, and it has the licensing for all the cars and tells you about Greenlight's Under the Hood Club. I'm not sure if they're still doing that or not. I think they are, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyways, here's the licensing stuff over here. And then you could see the lineup of the Muscle Car Garage. There's something in here for everyone today. Ford guys, Mopar guys, Chevy guys, and Oldsmobile guys. Sorry, Pontiac people, there's nothing in there. And even for the Dodge Mopar guys, there's nothing in here. They put 2 Plymouths in here. So whoever organized this set must have been a true Mopar guy, especially a Plymouth guy, because there's 2 of them in there. So anyways, what we have in this lineup is a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, a 1970 Chevy Camaro Z28, a 1970 Ford Mustang Coupe, and a 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda, and the 1970 Oldsmobile 442 convertible. And that may be why there's 2 Plymouths in there, because they wanted them to be the class of 70. Does it say that anywhere on here that I'm missing? And this is also classified as adult collectible and limited edition. And these were true limited editions. They only made a couple thousand of these box sets, I believe. Let's put it this way, no more than 5,000, because I think all of their production numbers were 4 digits, no higher than a 4-digit number. So they were pretty exclusive back then. But nowadays, there's probably as many green machines out there of one particular car as there are of like these old sets, meaning that they probably make hundreds, if not thousands, of the green machine chases. It's almost guaranteed you're going to get one in almost every little 6 or 12 car case. It's crazy. But that's how it is nowadays. So it's like kind of taking the fun out of it. Even RLC has gotten like that, where there's not a lot of like collectability in it, because they're not numbering the cars. They're not even like limiting the production that much anymore. They just are like made to order on a lot of stuff. So it's a little bit crazy. That's kind of taking the fun out of it. But RLC is still launching some really cool stuff. There's a really cool Demon 170 coming up in pink this year. That's one that I will probably end up getting. And then the 48 Fleetmaster lowrider with adjustable suspension. That's going to be cool. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut the seal on this box and get this set opened up and see what or how they have this stuff tied down. And another thing that I did not like about the set when I first seen it on eBay, ooh, I ripped the box. Oh well, I don't plan on keeping it in the box anyways. Yeah, I just ripped it. Oh well. But anyways, we're cutting the cars out of here and all that. I was kind of worried about these stupid rubber bands, because as we all know, if you've been into hobby for the last, I don't know, 20 years or so, you have experienced the Hot Wheels black box and 40th anniversary stuff, where they were wrapped with little rubber bands around the vehicle and it ate into the paint. But it seems that these ones from Greenlight have not done any damage. It's still very smooth on all of them, and I can just kind of roll them right off the vehicle and open the hood. Pretty slick. That's nice. I was kind of really concerned about that. But now it's not such a worry. They just roll right off and there's no damage whatsoever. That is awesome. So they are held down by little ties. So first, Let me find my snips. I did bring a pair of handy dandy snips so we can cut these little things a lot easier than trying to untwist them. Oh. Well, I'm not sure what the material is. There we go. So what car was that? That was our Cuda. So let me cut that off here. And maybe whenever we come to the next ones, I will pause the video to save a little bit of time, because I know you guys probably don't want to look at a pair of snips and wire. So here is the Hemi Cuda convertible. Very nice looking car. I'm not a big fan of white cars. Not a big fan of convertibles either, but this is a pretty cool looking e-body and such. So yeah, not too bad at all. It's got the wire around it. And 1977, dang. That would have been cool to see in 1970. That would have been awesome. Because the car's a 70 and such. And all the cars in the set were 70s. So I'll worry about getting the rest of those wires off later. And as you can see, it's got the gray shaker and the big Hemi. Wish the inner fenders and stuff would have been done in white. They started doing that later on, I guess. But they did do it right on the Roadrunner. It's all done up the way Mopar planned it, where everything is body color. So, but cool drop top Cuda. So let's get another one out here. All right, so here is the Mustang. Looks good in this color blue. It's a coupe. I prefer the fastback, but still not a bad looking Ford. Under the hood detail, and it's got a shaker hood also. And its number is 2392. So way off from being anything collectible. I just like the idea of having a car that's a 1970 with the production number 1970. That would have been really cool. And even if that would have been 1978 instead of 1977, that's my birth year, that would have even been pretty cool too. So let's keep going and get another one out. All right, so here is the Camaro with the Chevy Rally rims. It looks really good. And its production number is 1265. And this is like the Hugger Orange with white interior. That is really cool looking. And it's got a double snorkel air cleaner. On top of it, looks like a small block. Pretty cool Camaro. Do like this year, especially with the split bumper. I always love these cars. And I always loved the Vegas because they were built the same way as the Camaro. Whenever Camaro changed to the slope grille and the more like crash efficient bumpers and stuff, that's when the Vega changed to the sloped front end too. And they also had the flat open grille, and you could cut the bumper on the front of the Vega for the 70 to 72 model to look just like the Camaro. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and do the Oldsmobile now. Yeah, so there it is, the Hurst Olds, I think. And it looks really good with the color matched rallies, a ram air hood, detailed underneath. Even the hood opens properly with the little part of the split for the split grill going down there. It looks really good. Really dig this car. It's pretty sweet. And 1354 is the production number. So anyways, we got one left, and it's probably my favorite of the whole set. Do really dig this car. It is the 70 Road Runner. All right, so here it is, and this is one thing that does kind of prove me wrong. I thought they didn't make these smaller style Magnum wheels until later on, but they did have them earlier in the early years. So I don't know why they had. Oh no, I think these are the bigger ones because they're still as wide as these. Yeah, maybe just them being chrome threw me off a little bit because they're still the larger width Magnum 500s. But still, they look good, especially from like a profile shot. But when you do the 3/4 shot, that's when they look a little wide. But all the early Greenlight cars were like that. So what's really cool about this car here is if you have the regular like muscle car garage 70 Plymouth, it's a GTX and it looks just like this, and it has I think the 446 pack in it too, but it's got the white side stripe, just a little stripe, nothing spectacular, but it's really cool to have this next to it. Although it had the Mopar rallies, so maybe later on I may change this to Mopar rallies, although it looks really good with the Magnums on it. And there's a 446 pack, but they painted the valve covers black, so it kind of makes it look like a Hemi, because the 446 pack would have had orange valve covers. But still yet, not bad, and a very cool looking car. Very happy to add this one to my collection. I was really excited about the whole 5-pack, but that's number one right there. So I will be keeping, obviously, the Plymouths, but the Olds, the Camaro, and the Pony are up for grabs. I will be posting them on my IG for sale if anybody needs them. And I will be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday, because we got a couple of really cool exclusive CUDAs from the same person. They were exclusives for a hobby shop back in the day, and they made them with two different hockey stripes. These stripes here are two different colors. The CUDA is all blacked out. It's all black with Mopar rally wheels and such, but it has one has a white stripe and one has a red stripe. They're really cool. So we'll be cracking those open come Monday. And if we find anything over the weekend, we'll bring it to you. So turn on your notification bell so you know when we do drop a new video. And I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great weekend.